Now for something completely different.
Smoke
medical
weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and past it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
What's going on? It's Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. You can always call the show 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. We are working on having this be a live show with no video. I just tried to set it up on StreamYard, and I swear to God, this fucking board known as the Rodecaster Pro 2, I did everything right connecting to Bluetooth. I go live to try out the audio. It doesn't fucking work, and it made me really grouchy. You should be so lucky and honored that I'm here recording. I'm just kidding. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Like, I'm not trying to begin the show on a, grumpy note, but you spend $650 fucking dollars on a device, and you would like to think that that device would work. I really believe that if we would have kept technology in 2012, that everything would have been golden. This device, the Rodecaster Pro 2, which I do not recommend to anybody, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that if you are looking to begin a podcast, don't get the Rodecaster Pro 2. Trust me, there's too much technology on one device. There's always a problem whenever I try to go and stream live. And I've had legit engineers next to me, and they're like, yeah, there's something wrong with your board. Like, yeah, really glad I spent $650 fucking dollars on it. But I'm not grouchy. But a lot of times, radio shows, when they're in a bad mood, they make everybody else in a bad mood. Maybe it's guilt from cheating on their wife all the time. But I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we're going to have a fun show. We're going to be upbeat and positive today. Well, maybe not positive, but definitely upbeat.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Just had to get that off of my chest. Now, I find Travis Kelce to be absolutely, positively repulsive. It's not even because he reminds me of kids that made fun of me growing up, but he just seems like an absolute pretentious asswipe that probably cheats on Taylor Swift all the time. And I don't care if any of the dumb Swifties come after me for saying that. Do you really think that a football player that has CTE, that's been known to cheat on every girl he's ever been with, that when she's on the other side of the planet, that he's not getting his rocks off, that he's like, oh, I'm going to wait for Taylor to come back? Of course he's banged other girls. He probably has them sign non-disclosure agreements so he doesn't get into trouble. Mm-hmm. And also what comes with looking at that repulsive asswipe known as Travis Kelce is the fact that he's very fake. There's no way that you go from this, yo, I'm Travis Kelce, brah. There's no way you go from that to being this guy hanging out with royalty. And we got a bunch of news clips about it. But first of all, I think their podcast absolutely, positively is garbage. The problem is Jason Kelce is a real man, and he's a real definition of like a football player. And Travis is just Mr. Popular. And I get that it's incredibly popular. I get it. But you can tell that they don't really like each other. Like, they're brothers and they love each other. But like, Jason's a man of the people. He's someone that you want to chug a beer with. He's an offensive lineman. He had a gritty, hard job. And Travis, I'm not saying he doesn't have a hard job playing football, but he's catching touchdowns. He's more of the prima donna. And Travis Kelce hung out with Prince William at Taylor's show where he's wearing that top hat looking absolutely ridiculous. It just looks so fake. I don't know if it's because of the amount of alleged microdosing I've done with shrooms, but I can read energy, and he just looks so fake next to Taylor. And if you fall for it, you are a peasant. You are a sheep. If you look at that relationship and you think any part of it's real, you are just, whipped. And you know who else is whipped besides all the Swifties that want to believe that Travis Kelce loves Taylor and that he cares about her? You know who else is whipped? Travis Kelce. He is so whipped. Mm-hmm. Now, you're probably listening to me talk about this the last 2.5 minutes, and you go, Ryan, where's the proof? Here it is right here. Jason Kelce gives an honest take on the royal family, and Travis Kelce, with his response, he heard from his master, known as Taylor.
So I'm out on honoring kings because listen, we're Americans. We don't do royalty. So fuck kings. But I wouldn't mind Kylie kneeling at my feet.
So it shows they're doing the Zoom call, and it shows Jason in his living room when he's saying this. And then Travis is like panicking, like doing the like wrap it up signal and like doing the thing where you put your hand like over the neck, like stop, like you're trying to cut off a neck. Like Travis is panicking because he's like, heaven forbid anybody ever critique his annoying girlfriend. Heaven forbid anybody ever critique the royal family. That's what I find so disgusting about them. And this isn't even really about people over in Britain, but everybody, you can't critique the royal family or you're being a douchebag. No, they're human beings that at the end of the day are going to die and they shit in the morning. They should be allowed to be critiqued. Travis, you're a little pussy boy. You're whipped. Your dumb girlfriend. She's very talented about making songs where it's never her fault. I'm sure she's the catch in old relationships.
So I'm out on honoring kings because listen, we're Americans. We don't do royalty. So fuck kings. But I wouldn't mind Kylie kneeling at my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Father's Day.
Not fuck kings, but just not into it.
Also, Father's Day.
And fucking Travis wants to be a TV announcer or like a play-by-play or color commentary or anything. You don't have an original backbone in your body, you bitch.
It's Father's Day.
Not fuck kings, but just not into it.
Not fuck kings, but like, I don't want Taylor to get mad at me because she's made me super famous, even though I cheat on her all the time. So like, hey, I love her, but I really don't. I'm not genuine.
It's Father's Day.
Not fuck kings, but just not into it.
Why would you be into it? We're in America, and they're fake. They earn nothing. They do nothing but just cover up pedophilia. Oh, wait, that's right. Travis is trying to be famous, and that's what they do in Hollywood. Again, listen to this.
So I'm out on honoring kings because listen, we're Americans. We don't do royalty. So fuck kings.
I didn't know if I liked Jason before this clip, but man, you get the Ryan Hoppe approval here. Because I agree. Fuck kings and fuck you, Travis Kelce. Bitch.
But I wouldn't mind Kylie kneeling at my feet. You know what I mean? It's Father's Day.
Not fuck kings, but just not into it. Also.
So I'm out.
It's just so ungenuine because Jason's like the man in the situation. Like he's giving his real opinion. And then Travis is like, no, we can't offend Taylor. No. You are whipped. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from somebody who's been whipped. Sort of like when I say that I can tell when a girl has daddy issues. So when I look at this situation, I go, whipped. Because I am the authority on all things being whipped. And then you have this. Honestly, what Travis Kelce said about Prince William, I don't know why I added an S. Thank God there's not multiple Prince Williams, like there's clones. Can you imagine two of those pretentious asswipes? Hey, have you heard of a dentist? 856-49-Hoppe. What Jason Kelce said was just an opinion. But what Travis Kelce said to describe Prince William, if I'm Prince William, I would prefer what Jason Kelce said over what Travis said. Even though Travis is complimenting me, it's not very royal.
Happy hot topic.
Oh. You're probably going, what did Travis say? Well, here we go.
We met royalty, guys.
That's right.
That's right. There was royalty at the show.
The Kelce brothers detail their royal encounter. Travis and Jason Kelce are spilling the tea about Taylor's London concert experience on the June 26th episode of their New Heights podcast. Over some literal tea and perhaps more fittingly, a couple of beers, the guys detail their meeting with some members of the royal family while in London for Taylor Swift's round one of shows at Wembley Stadium this past.
Do you ever notice that Prince Williams is never... I said Williams again. I'll just call him Prince Williams. That's what we call him here on Happy Hours. Do you ever notice he's never around Prince Andrews? Keep your kids away from him.
Last weekend, as documented on Tay's Instagram page, Prince William and kids Prince George and Princess Charlotte attended the show and made quite an impression on the Kelce family.
I was thinking about this when I was driving in. Whenever you say that Taylor Swift's not that attractive, every feminist goes,
"Oh my God, if Taylor Swift were to DM you, you would so have sex with her."
That goes for
any girl that comes on to a guy.
So that whole argument is invalid. She literally has like string cheese for legs. I like it a little thicker. Like Travis Kelce's ex. More to spank there. You know what I'm saying?
Got there early and got to meet Prince William.
Yeah.
Dude.
How about that?
Last
Your
episode,
Royal Highness.
I think
Prince
I was
William.
quoted as saying "F royalty."
Yeah.
Dude, he was the coolest mother.
He was awesome.
He was so...
Oh, now you're whipped, Jason. I thought Travis was more whipped. Stick to your words. You know, he heard from that PR team. Oh, God. Stand by it.
Dude, he was the coolest mother.
He was awesome.
He was so...
You can hear Jason going. He was great. Whatever. Coolest mother effer around. Honestly, I'd rather have people saying F royalty than being called a mother effer, especially when I lose my mom to a car crash or a murder. You know what I'm saying?
I think I was
William.
quoted as saying "F royalty."
Dude, he was the coolest mother.
He was awesome.
He was so...
That's a compliment? Coolest mother effer ever. What? Are you serious? I would rather have people say that I suck than say I'm a cool mother effer if I'm royalty. Because they're above us. Because they're royalty. Who are they? They're just rich sperm. Cool. You're going to die someday. Look at us. We've never heard of the dentist. And we think we're better than you. And we cover up pedophilia. And every girl that marries us pretends they don't know who the men are. And that they're just not cloud chasers. And this music sucks. It's weird. You can look at a British person and be like, that person's from Britain. Like I said, I can usually tell someone's from Britain by the lack of their dental work.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You cover up pedophilia and can never have any bad press said about you because you're all thin-skinned narcissists that contribute nothing to this society besides some status that is so outdated and frankly creepy.
Ryan Hoppe has a lot of stuff in common.
Wrong button, but I do have a lot of stuff in common with people. Here's what I got to say.
Fuck you, royal family.
Ugh, good riddance. We're very close to getting on the radio, but this segment will definitely not be on the radio. And frankly, I'm fine with that because I just said,
Fuck. I fucking hate the royal family and I fucking hate Travis Kelce.
And Jason, you're whipped too. Mm-hmm. Now, we're about to take a commercial break. Here's the deal. Here's how this goes. This is your first time listening to
Happy Hour.
I play music in between my talk breaks. If you don't feel like listening to this song, Nina Sky featuring Rick Ross, Flippin' That. You can skip forward 4 minutes, but I handpicked these songs. And I work very hard to choose what songs I can play. And when I say I work very hard, what I'm saying is I just go and look for songs that are not licensed. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Rick Ross, Nina Sky, it's Cool and Dre.
Let's get right to it. Your man's locked up, but someone's gotta do it. Oh my.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hot stuff. Spit on that thing. I'm trying to get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have a booker, and that's the problem. I gotta Boy, is it okay for me to pull over the car when I get tired? I try to go with no sleep. Oh boy, I got that work wrapped dead tight, coffee grounds to throw off them dogs and police. Oh boy, cause I ain't tryna get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have a booker, and that's the problem. I gotta
Maserati candy paint for that personal touch. We need a body or a bird, I'm the person to touch. At a party, no searching my persons as such. I got Ninas and both of Nina's persons, they bust. Bill in my dough, they deliver my blow. On no cigarette boats, that's $1 million a float. See, I get it and whip it, sip it and flip it. It ain't just to ship it. I'm a Washington wizard, my soul in a hole. I feel so in control when I'm whipping the mold, smelling like cinnamon rolls. Got the Benz in black, big beamer in beige. You head on Nina swinging, we swinging them K's. Can't cipher my sounds, Ross beating the street. We got a load on the way, we eating this week. I'ma chill in Manhattan, sit to work in the Bronx. Take a, leave a brick, I be in them blocks.
Sing it, baby. Yeah.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Say what?
If you lived under a rock, this girl, which people are trying to figure out her real name because men are creeps, this girl was hanging out at the CMA Fest in Nashville and was asked, what move you do in bed?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
All right. So this is about 6 days old. And here's the funny part. Is I said an opinion before everybody else about the Hawk Tua thing. I said that her father must be so proud. And that's the most stereotypical thing you can say about somebody. But first of all, before I get to the way she is cashing in on it, you'll never guess which hypocritical person chimed in to give his take on Hawk Tua. Howard Stern talks Hawk Tua girl. Every father's worst nightmare. Oh, really, Howard? Now listen. You are the most famous talk show host of all time, and all you did in the 90s was exploit women. You had women sitting on the Sybian. You had women masturbating on air. You interviewed John DeBella's wife, who ended up killing herself a week later. You can see it in the dark place of the 2000s documentary on Radio Shock Jocks. You said all these horrible things. You were probably pretty embarrassing for your daughters. And honestly, there's articles online about how his daughters were afraid of sex because of their father. Oh, but now that you're 70, now you're this moral man. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. This whole guy was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be on the radio when I'm 70 like Don Imus. And now he's wearing a cowboy hat in Italy like Don Imus. You fucking hypocrite. How are you going to admit that you became famous for exploiting women, and now that you've made it, now you're all woke like The View? You fucking loser. I still listen to him because I think he's good, but he says things like this.
I was wondering if you heard of that Hawk Tua girl that's on.
Oh, yeah, by the way, they never take real calls anymore on his show because this guy named Hansi, who's some listener of his show, called in and said he became Don Imus. Like, for example, if you listen to any caller who calls in a Howard Stern show, they have perfect cell reception. Like, I've been working on the MJ morning show the past 2 weeks, and there will be people that'll call in from the middle of nowhere, like that town known as Brooksville, and be like, hey, MJ? Is this the MJ morning show? And MJ answers, yes, is this MJ? No phone call that is not pre-planned never goes perfectly. Hey, can you turn off your Bluetooth or speaker? Or hey, can you get to the point? It's so funny on Howard Stern show, the calls seem like they're almost being read by somebody either in the back office or by paid actors, which he's been associated with having paid actors on his show, like Mancow's Morning Madhouse and Rover's Morning Glory. Literally, they're all known for having paid actors on the show. But it's very funny. He'll have like Marianne from Brooklyn on. She's like, oh my God. I'm just saying, it's just sad what he became. And every talk show host says that because they want attention from him. I'm not saying this because I want attention from Howard. He would never talk about anybody else. I just think it's ridiculous that the dude made so much money off of exploiting women, and now he's woke. It's like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, listen to this caller right here and how perfectly the guy sounds. He sounds like someone in a back office.
That Hawk Tua girl that's gone viral.
How could you avoid her? I mean, I'm on Instagram not that much, but the Hawk Tua girl is...
That's a thing Howard does too. He tries to act like he's above what the common man does. I'm not at fast food joints that often. I'm not on social media that often. Shut up, dude. No one cares that you made $500 million. You're a jerk to everybody. Fucking asshole. I'm so tired of him.
Viral?
How could you avoid her? I mean, I'm on Instagram not that much, but the Hawk Tua girl is... Every other clip is the Hawk Tua girl. And I think if I'm analyzing it, the reason people like it so much, the girl, first of all, is so uninhibited. And it's just so natural when she says it. It's like she didn't even think about it.
Yeah, she has experience. Mm-hmm.
And then as a dad myself of 3 girls, like that's every father's worst nightmare to see her.
Oh, so then do you think you were your daughter's positive influence when you were having porn stars on the show and cheating on your wife? Oh, because you're divorced from Allison, right to dating Beth. You totally waited until you were 100% single to begin dating Beth. Oh, and all the events you had at strip clubs, you didn't touch any girls. I love how he's saying, oh, it's every father's worst nightmare. You were a nightmare of a father, most likely. Your daughters don't like you from what we've heard. They've literally told the New York Post. But now that you're 70, we're supposed to just erase the 90s. Fucking ridiculous.
You're right.
What the fuck? What has happened? He should have retired in 2010. Once Artie Lang got off that show, bye-bye. We don't need to hear from fucking Andy Cohen 4 times in 5 years. God damn.
It's like she didn't even think about it. And then as a dad myself of 3 girls, like that's every father's worst nightmare to see her on Instagram going, yeah, you got to on that fucking thing.
30 years ago, he was talking to girls and being like, hey, so what's the best move in bed? Look up the dating game from the 80s. Oh, but now that you're woke and now that you're hanging out with that other fucking phony known as Jimmy Kimmel, now we're supposed to bow down to you? Fuck you, bro. You fucking hypocrite.
Did you see my daughter on Instagram?
Yeah, my kid is Insta famous. She's the Hoppe girl.
Yeah. So there's that. Enough of talking about Howard. Any radio show that talks about him over and over, or a radio show that pretends that they weren't influencing him, I love that. God bless them, but Rover would be like,
yes, I've never heard the Howard Stern Show. Even though my opening intro sounds like the Howard Stern Show, my cadence sounds like the Howard Stern Show. Mancow did this too. We've never, ever listened to the biggest show of all time.
It's sort of like Seth MacFarlane saying, I've never seen The Simpsons. You fucking copied it. Hawk Tuah Girl in talks with Hollywood Talent Agency after going viral. She's talking to the United Talent Agency. Imagine being like a part of the United Talent Agency and you're like on the roster of people that's about to like be signed to a movie, and then this girl that's talking about sucking dick all of a sudden comes around and she's the famous person. It's literally the movie Idiocracy. You know, during sex, though, she's good. She began selling merchandise as well. I saw this here. She's selling merchandise in Tennessee with this fat guy. Not that it matters that he's fat, but she's selling shirts that say and hats that say Hawk Tuah 2024. Spit on that thing. Honestly, I would take her over our current presidents. I was going to make a joke that it wouldn't be the first time someone was given head in the Oval Office, but it'd be her doing and not receiving it. Actually, we don't know of any presidents. Maybe they have given it. I mean, with the way Bill Clinton just goes to Epstein Island and all the liberals overlooked that, maybe he did give some Hawk Tuah in the Oval Office. All right. Until something new happens with the Hawk Tuah girl, I'm so tired of talking about this tramp.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm trying to see what that be like, man.
Yeah. And then everybody has a meme to it at the end, all these videos. The thing about it, too, is I can't find a 4-minute interview. But she was talking about, like, back shots, like when guys pull out. I'm like, man, Dad must have just ignored you growing up. I don't know if you guys know this. I even made a rejoiner about it, but 2 years ago, after the abortion overturning, where rules in this country about basic human rights for women was overturned, I told my ex, I go, I'm getting a vasectomy. I don't want to put the power in another woman. So then I got a vasectomy in August 2022, and we'll never talk to my ex again. I wish her the best. Whatever. That's not the point. The point is this. I love when guys are like, oh, I didn't mean to get the girl pregnant. And I'm like, well, did you pull out? They're like, kinda. But any dude that's listening right now, it's really easy not to get a girl pregnant. You know what you do? When you start to feel that tingle during sex, you get out early. Oh, but you want to feel the pleasure for 4 seconds and then have Hawk Tuah as your daughter? No, thank you. And then I made this.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Travis Kelce, Hawk Tua. The perfect way to describe the show. You know, Travis Kelce's like, damn it, I want to hit up the Hawk Tua girl. You know why? Because Taylor uses teeth. If there was an opposite of the Hawk Tua girl, if there was an opposite of someone who'd be fun and bad, it'd be her. How do I say this politely? I'll just say it. I've hooked up with girls that are Swifties and big fan of teeth. They think it's necessary. It's not. Maybe for a second. But, it hurts. And then they're like, why are you flinching in pain? I'm like, because you're using teeth. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. What the fuck do I feel like playing? I'm really grouchy because I was supposed to go live on Facebook Live and my fucking board and it's $650 and it's not user error. It's like, I don't want to work today. Here's young Beano, Money Snap. If you don't feel like listening, the song is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. But I suggest you to fucking listen.
Show your grill in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo. Fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby. Shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo. Fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. I signed my deal, made $1 million, did the money snap. Went to the car dealership and spent 100 stacks. Bought me a Benz and a spaceship Cadillac. Put 50 in my mouth so I can shine when I battle rap. You boys don't know me, I'm from the show me. Pull that 45, leave your brains all holy. I made this one for the people who just don't dance. Too busy drinking liquor, politicking with their mans. Or them chicks with them 6-cent heels on their feet. So sexy in the club, two-stepping to the beat. If you just got rich and you just came up, money snap, where you at? Like you don't give a fuck. Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo, fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo, fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. My little sister and my mama got their income tax check. Everybody seen their ass, but I ain't seen them yet. Man, I know where they at. At the mall, popping tags, running in and out of stores. Money snapping, holding back. My little nigga went to the strip club for the very first time. Seeing all them hoes naked, blew that little nigga mind. Got a stat worth the one, threw him in the sky, made it rain. Started money snapping, yelling that he all in the game. Man, I'm handling this fame like an inner city vet. Got my whole clique with me and we drinking more wet. Got 2 or 3 strippers trying to give me rough set. Money snapping, butt naked, ooh, they ass so fat. If I ever go broke, I'll probably take somebody's life. Cause I'm trying to money snap for the rest of my life. If you been living trife and you just came up, money snap, where you at? Like you don't give a fuck. Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo, fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snapping, yo, fingers get the moving, yo. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap. I'm on the block and it's booming, man. Them fiends spinning cheese. Got the hook up with Poppy and he gave me them keys. Do that money snap. If you just hit a lick, do that money snap. If you got a bad bitch, who gon' give you her check? Man, you keep your pockets fat. Sitting in that Benz coupe or that new bubble X. In the club, you by the bar. In the hood, you a star. Got 250 on the kush. I like my weed in the in a new outfit. Got a head back snapping, baby, ooh, that's it. If your cell phone ringing and you know it's about that paper, do that money snap. Boy, why you shake off them haters? Throw your head back, baby, show your grill in this bitch. Get the snap in your fingers, get the move in your bitch. Yeah, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Yeah, that's that money snap. Throw your head back, baby, shake your dreads in this bitch.
Got it.
The snap in your, just get the move in your wrist. Yeah, that's that money snap.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's that money snap. Ooh, that's that money snap. Oh, that's that money snap.
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic.
Are arrests coming in the death of Matthew Perry?
Duh.
Welcome to Access Hollywood from Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm Mario Lopez, and it's been 8 months.
Every time I see Mario Lopez, I think about him cheating on his wife on his honeymoon. Google it.
Months since Matthew died of an accidental overdose of the prescription drug ketamine. And now, law enforcement investigators are examining where Matthew got the medication and if anyone is actually to blame.
What's funny, it's not funny, but what's interesting about this is the fact that, when he died, whoever gave him the ketamine was like, fuck. Mm-hmm.
Your disease is just outside, just doing one-arm push-ups, just waiting for you, waiting to get you alone.
Poor guy never was able to beat his demons. You know that cartoon, BoJack Horseman? He's literally BoJack Horseman.
Because alone, you lose.
Matthew opened up to ABC News about his hard-fought battle with addiction about a year before he was found dead in his jacuzzi on October 28th, 2023. Now,
listen, this might sound a little insensitive, but if I'm going to die somewhere, a jacuzzi sounds pretty good. I wouldn't mind dying during sex, but the thing is this. If you die during sex, then you're going to traumatize the other person. Mm-hmm.
A law enforcement source tells People magazine its investigation is, quote, nearing its conclusion, and police believe multiple people should be charged.
Spaghetti-O.
K is like being hit in the head with a giant happy shovel, but the hangover was rough and outweighed the shovel. Ketamine.
So I think people know this, but I go to kava bars and I've seen people that are on ketamine. They're not all there, man. Mm-hmm. I think that's the point, but being hit in a shovel is a pretty good way to describe it. Like, I'll be trying to talk to people like, hey, how's your day going? And it's like they're not there. Like, they're disassociating. I don't know how similar it is to shrooms, but my God, I'm like, wow. You here? You there? You good? No, you're not.
Taking K is like being hit in the head with a giant happy shovel, but the hangover was rough and outweighed the shovel.
Yeah, I can imagine the hangover's not great. That's why I quit drinking. Being hungover the next day, not ideal.
Ketamine was not for me.
Matthew talked about his use of ketamine in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, revealing he had been receiving ketamine infusion therapy for depression and anxiety. But, according to the autopsy report, that treatment had ended more than a week before his death.
Oh, did it really?
There was a prescriber who gave Matthew ketamine for at-home use. It's egregious.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the propofol thing with Michael Jackson. Like, you're just kind of doing things under the table because you're dealing with someone that has a lot of money and power, so they're probably being paid well, and you would never assume this happened or that this would happen.
It could lead to malpractice.
Psychotherapist Dr. Mike Dow, who did not treat Matthew, but who successfully treats multiple celebrity patients with ketamine.
Yeah, before this, he was like, Mario, please specify that I did not give him any meds. Leave me out of this.
who did not treat Matthew, but who successfully treats multiple celebrity patients with ketamine, says Matthew should not have been taking the drug for at-home use.
He had very, very high levels of ketamine in his.
What if he just wanted to die? I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I don't think Matthew Perry wanted to be alive. I didn't look at Matthew Perry and go, oh, that guy wants to be here.
System, which we don't know how he obtained that. Was it on the black market? Was it from a rogue prescriber? It is absolutely beyond me why any medical professional with somebody in Matthew's position, with his history, with the other medicines he was taking, to give that person, an addict, ketamine, which if you do take it every day and you take it recreationally,
I feel like this guy probably prescribes people medicine that they don't need, because the way he's pronouncing his words so profoundly, it's almost like he's overcompensating and trying to hide something.
Is a chance for abuse and misuse.
Dr. Dow adds, when used properly, ketamine helps save lives.
Yeah, there you go. That's what they always say.
Doses that we use for ketamine-assisted therapy, they're getting a dose that's a 10th, a 20th, maybe even 1 or 2% of the dose that Matthew Perry had in his system.
Yeah, that poor guy did not want to be here. 856 49 Hoppe. 856-494-6773. Do you see the way this planet is? Do you want to be here either? I'm not suicidal. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want people to be afraid of something I'm saying. I'm going to move on. 856-49 Hoppe. I saw this here too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
This is probably the first thing I saw in the news that Joe Biden has done that I was like, I'm going to give you some credit, Joseph.
President Joe Biden is pardoning U.S. veterans convicted by the military for consensual gay sex. One official estimates that this impacts about 2,000 people who were convicted under the law that spanned 60 years.
And also, this also includes everybody that's in the closet.
Biden said in a statement today he was righting an historic wrong by pardoning service members who were, quote, simply being themselves.
Yeah, it's because of all the weird conservatives that are so obsessed with being homophobic and transphobic. Listen to me. Professor Ryan Hoppe is about to talk here, even though I went to a radio trade school. Professor Ryan Hoppe is about to talk, even though I dropped out of community college after doing a radio show. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. At the end of the day, we're all going to die. And maybe there's some amazing afterlife, not at all, where there's Abraham Lincoln and there's Marilyn Monroe and there's John F. Kennedy and there's Jesus and my dad and my uncle and somebody who's listening, their grandpa. Maybe they're all in the sky just looking down on us. When you really think about it, it's nonsense. So you have all these creepy conservatives. How do I word this? Who judge people over what they like sexually and base it off of some book that we're supposed to believe that's 2,024 years old. Doesn't that sound like a little bit of nonsense? Doesn't it? Maybe. It's so creepy when you talk to somebody who's overly religious and overly against like gay rights. It's hatred. It's bullying. Just say you want penis. It's okay. It's okay that you want to gobble on it. That's fine. But don't ruin it for everybody else. And all the conservatives were getting so mad. They were getting so angry about Pride Month. Oh, it's so offensive that a company, makes their logo rainbow for a month. Does it affect your life? Does Bud Light doing that with that influencer last year, Dylan Mulvaney, did that really hurt you? Did it hurt your kids? Or are you hurting your kids more by giving them and teaching them homophobic and sexist and racist rhetoric because you're living off of a fictional book? Every time I see a religious person with like 6 kids that are all young, I'm like, there's 6 more bigots in this world. Woohoo! And one of the biggest proponents of this is Charlie Kirk. I went to high school with Charlie Kirk. I was actually I wasn't friends with him. I was Facebook friends with him, and he was friends with my friends. He might be the fakest dude in all of the media. And now you might be saying, Ryan, he's potentially more famous than you. He makes more money than you. So maybe you're jealous. I'm not, because I would never sell myself to lie. The Charlie Kirk I knew growing up was this goofy kid. Oh, wait, am I talking about myself? No, but seriously, he was this goofy kid who was a backup on the basketball team. He was always good at debates. But like we were in the back of a car one time, smoking a doobie, me, this guy named Stefan and Vuk, who were my Serbian friends, and he was pretending to hit the blunt. Like he was almost doing like the Bill Clinton thing where he's not inhaling it. So I do know he was a square, but he was the most quiet kid ever. And now he's the voice of the millennial Republican Party. Shut and listen to me the fuck up. You are so fucking fake. And he's like, oh, because I'm married to a beautiful model. Everybody should have kids. Not everybody should have kids. I love that too. I love when you say, oh God, and then, or you say, what the hell? And then people are like, see, you use the name, you believe. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just saying it as like a crutch word. Religious people are so weird because when you start to give them common sense of why it's all nonsense, they start to freak out a little bit. Like, wait. So you're saying there's nothing after we die? Think about it. Think about it really clearly for me, real quick. Think about it. Be logical with me. If you're religious, when you die, you really believe, because there's people all the time that die and that come back and they say it was like peaceful nothingness. Do you really believe that when you die, you're going to meet Abraham Lincoln and you're going to see your cat that died? That would be awesome. If I'm proven wrong, that'll be the best feeling ever. I'll probably be in purgatory for 1,000 years. But the reason is this. When you start telling a religious person this, they begin to panic. And then they're like, because of that, I'm going to be against anything that's science. I'm going to be against global warming and everything. Because I'm so stubborn in believing this fictional book that's been rewritten for 2,000 years. All Jesus was just an influencer who was talking, and they didn't want to admit that his mom kind of slept around. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just say she's a Virgin Mary. She was the original Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
I bet when her and Joseph were doing it, that's where the whole term of, oh God, began during sex. Mm-hmm.
What's up, show no boy? Yup.
Oh God.
Milwaukee, kick your feet up, nigga. Yup. I'm coming down with the key to Decatur. East Atlanta slab rider, heavy grinder for paper. Yup. City slicker, heavyweight in the game. Froze wrist and earlobes, heavyweight in my chain. Yeah. Hitting the game where you niggas be slacking. Got the drove for the low, that's what my niggas be sacking. My shell toes, pedal Chevys and Bows. White letters on the cutlass with my mahogany flows. I'm riding through Oakhurst, coated like Starburst. Candy paint glisten, looking greasy like Bratwurst. The dude on my jersey is gray at the seats. You rested in peace for snitching to Decatur police. Serving niggas with a ghetto subpoena. Got that 8-town stuffing back in Phillips Arena. I'm passing hoes like election plates and keep a broad on my squad who want Section 8. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. They gon' love me after this one, shout for real, man. All my trap niggas and dro smokers, even strippers, stay focused, pussy popping and rolling. Cause all I wear is hats with A's. Shopping at walls is white tees, Cartiers. Yeah. Jeans creased up, straight out the cleaners. Watch my George Jefferson straight in my southern demeanor. When they see me, when I speak my slang, everybody wanna know my name. I was born in Atlanta, raised in Decatur, where we push till the sabers and blow like inhalers. Say he kinda skinny with a full-size Jimmy. Hey man, I got bras in different cities like gimme. They used to treat me like Urkel the nerd. Now they flock when they see my LeBrons on the curb. Look here, see my upholstery, it got women approaching me. Some look like they too old for me. TV thinking appropriately. It's major way, baby. I told you gonna love me, people. Yeah. When you see me in the 6 tray drop, and I tell you that the price of the work just dropped. Yeah, I let the thing go pop. I caught Buddy round there snitching off to the cops. Yeah, and the game don't stop. Don't stop. You try to see my dope, you gonna see this folk. Get it? I'm 31 and my rapping is done. I got $1 million company to run. Bitch. Cause I smoke like you, want me to some blue. I buy them, lick them, split them, roll them just like you. Yeah. In double XL, murder dog, the source on rise. I'm rolling stones and late model rise, homie. I'm grand hustling, disturbing the peace. I'm so deaf, putting organized noise in the street. Yeah, I'm smoking earth tones, chong and cheek. You beat your meat at home while I bone you freak. Oh, told you, you gon' love me. Through your back fluid. We got them things that are back good. Known to put them
got it.
Things on the lag fluids. Known to do a look as if they yak fluid. It's the backwoods slapping through your back fluid. We got them things that'll make straight back good. Known to put them shiny things on the lag fluid.
The backwoods where you're gonna love me.
If they yak good. You.
Tell me about it.
It's the shit, bitch.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done a commercial break yet. This following segment has been brought to you by Mitra-9.com. When I tell you that they are the best kava and kratom around, I'm a man of my word. At checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20%. This is also being brought to you by DZBZHoney.com, the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. At checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20%. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com, Fortifeye.com, the best pre and post workout nutrition products around. Brought to you by Dr. Michael Lang of the nationally syndicated Ask the Doctor radio show. Fortifeye.com. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan, RYAN 20, to save 20%. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. The best MMA trainer in all the Bay Area. WestChasePrinting.com. The best, and I mean the best, printing company in all of the Bay Area. Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. And that's about it. We're going to come back and talk about some more celebrity news after this.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
What everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy hot topic.
Let's talk about Katy Perry's boobs.
Katy Perry is putting it all on display during Paris Fashion Week.
Pretty much means She hasn't made any new music recently. No one's thought about Katy Perry. So she's like, I know how I'll get attention. I'll show off my boobs. And honestly, if I was a hot-ass chick, I would too.
Former American Idol judge turns heads in a revealing all-black ensemble.
You could turn my head whenever. Just be gentle and hawk too.
While attending the Balenciaga 2024-2025 show during Paris Fashion Week on June 26.
Whatever.
While explaining the bold look to women's wear daily, the singer says that she wanted to make a statement during her first Balenciaga show.
Well, you did. We're so proud of you. You're so woke and inspirational because you showed off your boobs in a way. That's so noble of you.
She tells the outlet, quote, I want it to be streamlined, sexy, sensual, simple.
Yeah, it's pretty sensual.
But chic. However, Katy adds that she wanted to keep some areas still covered up.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not going full nipple.
Saying, quote, I wanted to wear my nylon right above my C-section scar. That's
honestly, C-section scars are kind of cute.
It's the lowest I was gonna go right there.
Yeah.
Just days ago.
What happened just days ago?
Katy used another one of her Paris Fashion Week outfits to tease her upcoming single, Woman's World, off her highly anticipated 6th studio album.
We're so excited. We can't wait. You're making new music? It's always weird when the soccer mom radio stations play Dark Horse, but they don't include Juicy J. Like, that's the best part of the song. Who's a bigger creep, Jimmy Kimmel or Howard Stern?
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Or who's a bigger phony?
Was Taylor there with Travis Kelce, her man?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. I'm Howard Stern. I need the approval of everybody in Hollywood. Please like me and forget that I wore blackface and exploited women for 30 years. Please like me. Please. Please. Good fucking riddance, man.
Was Taylor there with Travis Kelce, her man?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, I'm about to come.
Jimmy Kimmel is dishing about his wild night partying with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
It shows Jimmy Kimmel with that wife of his, Molly. Oh, good riddance. She ruined him. Make Jimmy Kimmel funny again. Forget about MAGA. Make Jimmy Kimmel funny again. MJKFA. MJKA. Make Jimmy Kimmel funny again.
The late night talk show host and his wife, Molly McNeary.
Oh, she's so average looking. She makes Taylor Swift look hot. And that's saying something. You left Sarah Silverman for this? Yuck.
With Howard Stern.
No wonder you're such a liberal asswipe.
On his Sirius XM show about Paul McCartney's star-studded bash they attended alongside some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Jimmy says this about the party on his June 26th appearance on The Howard Stern Show.
You were talking about this party you went to where Taylor Swift was the DJ.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Mick Jagger, and Bruce Springsteen. What was his party? How did you guys get invited to
Why wasn't I invited, man?
it? And what was going on? Fill me in, please.
It was a party at Paul McCartney's house.
Whoa.
We were invited to a dinner that night, and then the host of...
And then I made it seem like I'm a really good guy.
The dinner got invited to that party and said, why don't we all go to the party? And so we went to the party.
All right, well, you got to hang out with Taylor Swift. No one's honest about her. Like, even Dave Portnoy, you had Dave Grohl saying on stage that she's not singing live, and then Dave Portnoy, who used to be honest. Again, everybody, when they get famous, they sell out. Maybe that's what's going to happen with me. I'll end up becoming a kiss ass. Nah, me and Taylor wouldn't vibe. Here's what Dave Portnoy said about Taylor Swift, which of course he's going to defend Taylor Swift because this dude who used to be known as sexist is now trying to run a woke company like Jimmy Kimmel, like Howard Stern, where they try to run from their past. And he's got a bunch of feminine writers on his team. He's got shows like Chicks in the Office and all that where they talk about celebrity news. So he's not going to be honest by saying, and of course Taylor doesn't sing 3 hours a night.
Bill Belichick dating 23-year-old Jordan Hudson. Thoughts?
Gorgeous couple.
Of course he's going to kiss ass. You're a Patriots fan. You're whipped by Boston media, bitch.
Yeah. Also, Dave Grohl going after your girl Taylor Swift. What's your reaction to that?
Listen, I like Dave Grohl. I'm a Dave Grohl guy.
Again, I don't want to burn a bridge with Dave. Man, every famous person is a kiss ass. You need someone like me who's gonna speak my mind. You're all pussies. God, shut up.
If the Swifties come for his throat and burn down his house, that's what happens when you come after the Swifties in the middle of a...
That means you're a loser. If you burn down someone's house over the truth that she's not singing for 3 hours a night, you are a loser. Same with the Beyonce fans. You're all losers. They don't care about you. You're running a cult. Same with the MAGA people.
Concert. I don't know why you want to light that fuse. I do think she sings as well live, but listen, that's Dave Grohl. I like Dave Grohl. I like the Foo Fighters. I don't know why you take that shot.
Because it's the truth. You all became pussified. And then you have Travis Kelce. He's loving Belichick's new love. He's killing it. And he's like, man, I just want to cheat again. I cheated last night. I had to pretend like I'm so loyal to her. So, for people that missed it on my last show, I talked about Kelly Stafford, the wife of Matthew Stafford that sleeps around when she was in college, like every girl in college. She said this on a podcast. And then we're going to talk about the aftermath of that said comment. Like they say in hip hop, she's for the streets. She's for the streets. Everybody's for the streets, but specifically Kelly Stafford. That's not a girl you marry. It's a girl you have a lot of sex with.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Yeah, girl.
Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him.
Of course it wasn't cute, because you were there. You sleep around.
I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
that'll do it.
He was the best.
And then you have that co-host. Oh, yes. Being a slut is so inspirational. Oh, the fuck is going on? Like, you have Harrison Bucker saying that women should be in the kitchen at all times. And then you have this open about sex. Like, you need a little bit of a middle ground here.
Bad boy, too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they
Oh, yeah. Matthew just gave me average sex, but that backup really fucked me good.
Lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point, he like waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Yeah.
And he was like,
this is so hot.
I was like, this is amazing.
Wow, who's sluttier, her or the host of that podcast? So Kelly Stafford goes on Instagram and takes a screenshot of the quarterback, the backup, and his beautiful African-American wife and their 3 kids, and says, and this is what Kelly Stafford wrote. To this beautiful family, I am sorry for the media storm that happened last week that made its ways into your lives. You had zero involvement into what I spoke, and in fact, it was y'all's relationship in college that I looked up to and wanted for me and Matthew. Oh, so you're a side chick. I'm not going to say the word, but you're the side chick, Kelly. You were the couple that everyone thinks Matthew and I was. Y'all were the UGA QB and cheerleader that met and never let go. I love y'all. So pretty much she outed herself. She outed herself. There was cheating. They have 4 daughters too. And I'm not going to comment about 4-year-olds, but I would hide that from your kids. Also, if I'm kids, I would hide them from Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden got London Roberts pregnant and heard their baby's heartbeat before having sex with her friend, and then made a bizarre demand. In astounding revelations, London recalls how one of her best friends in Washington, D.C. confessed to a booze-fueled hookup with Hunter after falling victim to his charm. If you're falling victim to his charm, you're a real-life Kelly Stafford. Shortly afterwards, Hunter called the friend, and both women then dramatically put the future son on speakerphone. Shortly after, Hunter met with London, but instead of immediately apologizing for sleeping with her friend, he bizarrely asked for money to buy a Gatorade from CVS. Loser. Can you imagine if that was Trump's kid? Jimmy Kimmel and Howard Stern would be all over it. It says here, vaping is prolific in schools among teenagers. I remember when I first saw a vape in like 2011, and it felt so futuristic. The only vapes I touch are occasionally like a weed vape if I have my medical marijuana card, and like a Delta 8 pen. But I don't like nicotine. The only time I smoked a cigarette, I threw up all over the skate park and everyone made fun of me. But now you're all addicted to nicotine. Guess who won in that situation, mother effers? But my goodness, all these Gen Z kids who are smoking these nicotine pens, they're starting to look older than millennials. Like a 40-year-old looks younger than some 25-year-olds. Also, I've had this on my sheet of things to talk about. I'm sick and tired of the algorithm whenever you see a post about killing, being shot, murder, sex, or death, that they'll put an asterisk next to like K asterisk LL or S asterisk X, because the algorithm hides the words death, sex, murder, shot, and killed. Is that how P asterisk SSIFIED, is that how pussified we've become as a society, that those words offend us? We all became humans because of sex. We all are going to die someday, and murder and death and being shot is a thing. Now, if you're talking about porn, I get cleaning that up. But my goodness, the algorithm has become so weird. This headline's fascinating too. Well, not really. It's just funny.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
You don't realize that you sometimes have a stick up your ass.
This is Kim Kardashian talking to Khloe. And that stick was Tristan Thompson.
And it's like sometimes you're like, God, she just needs.
We're keeping up with the latest family drama on the Kardashians on the June 27th episode of The Family's reality.
It seems like Khloe hates everybody, and I would too if I had to change my looks 4 times to be relevant.
Show, Kim and Khloe are facing off in a heated argument after Khloe shuts down her sister's accusations of mom shaming. It all starts before the
Everything's shaming now. I notice that. You're shaming this, you're shaming that. No, you're expressing an opinion in a society where we should be allowed to express opinions.
Family's trip to Aspen, Colorado, when Kim tries to clear the air with her sister about her tone and delivery when it comes to parenting critiques.
So Khloe FaceTimes me and is like, I had to go over to mom's and help her get your kids ready. And Chicago's hair, the hair gel. You were calling to not really ask me if you could do her hair, but to let me know.
No, I actually wanted to know.
Her hair wasn't washed. And
if you don't care if I do,
gross.
Next time I will not ask you, and I'll just do the hair.
They're so beautiful, but yet they're so annoying. I was going to say like most women, but that'd be sexist.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Sean Penn is addressing the allegations. The actor recently opens up about the long-withstanding rumors that he physically assaulted his ex-wife Madonna, who he was married to between 1985 to 1989, with a...
What's he going to say? Oh yeah, I slapped the shit out of her. Of course he's going to deny it.
A baseball bat, noting that it has followed him around for years. In fact, the Oscar winner describes a date who asked him point blank about the supposed incident, telling the New York Times, quote, "She's looking at me like I killed her dog." In addition to denying the rumors, Sean also emphasizes how they initially caught him off guard. Sean explains in the interview published June 24th, quote, "I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. I think it's fair to say that I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but if I hit Mike Tyson in the head with a baseball bat, he's going to the hospital." But while the Milk actor, who has also been married to Robin Wright and Leela George, denies any incident involving a bat, he did share insight into his and Madonna's turbulent marriage. He recalls one incident.
Sean Penn seems like such an asswipe.
When Madonna feared there were guns in the home. saying, quote, I had a freaking SWAT team come into my house.
Yeah, because you probably beat her up, dude.
Said, I'm not coming out. I'm going to finish my breakfast.
He's like, yeah, if you're going to accuse me of being a woman beater, at least let me finish these Cheerios.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
All right, we got, I see this here. I just want to wipe out this headline. TSA screens a record 3 million people in a day. That was a 4-minute video. Riveting. Britney Spears and son's relationship headed in right direction after estrangement. That's a 4-minute video. Cool. What's this?
Stacey. Who is Zendaya? Good for 1,000.
A Jeopardy question about the Euphoria star has some fans on social media calling foul. On the June 25th episode of the iconic game show, host Ken Jennings tested contestants Drew, Stacey, and Alan on their celebrity knowledge with a category titled Stars in the Making.
Stars in the Making for 1,000. Before somehow making tennis steamy in 2024, this single-named star guested on Disney Channel's Good Luck Charlie. Stacey. Who is Zendaya? Good for 1,000.
The question, or answer in the case of Jeopardy, references Z's recent role in Challengers, as well as her early days as a Disney star.
Yeah, she's in that movie where she's making out with a bunch of guys. And if I'm Tom Holland, I'm like, I'm a cock. Like certain Tampa Bay morning radio host. Gross.
However, Zendaya stans are taking issue with one part of the clue, since the celeb was the star of a completely different show in the House of Mouse. One user on X says Jeopardy just falsely stated that Zendaya starred in Good Luck Charlie, while another echoes that with, Zendaya was not on Good Luck Charlie, right? A third drops the name of the show Z had a starring gig on, saying Zendaya was on Shake It Up, not Good Luck Charlie.
Yeah, that's what happens when a bunch of nerds try to act like they know something about celebrity news. It's going to fail every time. Okay. This is what I want to finish Hoppe Hour with. You know when you're crossing the street and there's the little symbol of a white person and it's supposed to imply that you're supposed to cross the street with the hand signal? You know, like when you're at a crossroads and that little white figurine comes up? That's when you're supposed to cross. But the raised hand, and when it's counting down and it's orange and it's like 18 seconds, 17 seconds, every single person in Florida thinks that that means that's how many seconds they have to cross. That's not it. I Googled orange hand crossing the street meaning. It says here, the flashing orange raised hand is a warning to people who have not yet left the curb to cross the intersection that it is too late to safely cross the street. Pedestrian signals are timed to allow plenty of people to cross the road. Every single person in Florida thinks that the countdown means that you're supposed to cross. That's not it. Drives me nuts. I don't get it. People in Florida just make up their own rules. I love some of it, but some of it's nonsense. How do I end the show? I've been talking for 73 minutes. This is awkward. Me being awkward? That never happens.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hoppe Hour is now over.